Hello world, it's Mr. Allred with the solution to practice problem number 4 with linear equations. The problem was 3z plus 3 equals 3 times the quantity of z plus 4 and then minus 9. So in the procedures that I gave you, there's no fractions. So we'll start with trying to get rid of those parentheses by using the distributive property. Because we want to push this 3 outside the parentheses into the z and the 4. So in doing that, our equation will read from left to right. 3z plus 3 equals 3z plus 12 minus 9 after we distribute. Once again, depending on what procedure you're following, you'll notice on the right hand side we've got this 12 and this minus 9 that will combine. So we will do that. We will combine like terms. So that will look like on the left 3z plus 3, and that will be equal to 3z plus 3 on the right. This should kind of tip you off of where you're going, but if you're not paying a whole lot of attention or you're very insecure, we can add, subtract terms across here. And depending on how much attention you're paying, you'll want to get your z's on both the same side. So we'll subtract 3z from both sides, which you can already see the z's are going to go away. So you can either bring this down as 3 equals 3 with no z's and interpret that solution, or since I did the last problem one way, I'll just do this one a little bit different. I'll subtract 3 from both sides so they're gone, because sometimes you worry when things like this happen, but you get 0 equals 0. If you didn't subtract those 3's, you would get 3 equals 3. But there's no z's here, and there's two numbers. 0 is a number. Two numbers equal to each other, and it's true. 0 is equal to 0. So we say this is an identity. And sometimes you might say that is all real number solutions. And what that means is, if we went way back to the beginning, let's use a color we never use. It's blue. If we took this z and this z and put the same number in both places, it would balance no matter what number we picked. Now, we don't want to limit ourselves to just saying, well, 1 works, so the solution is 1. We'd like to let the world know that every number works. So that's why we call it identity, or we say all real numbers.